Greetings, good morning, goddesses. How are you? This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, and y'all know I love helping women, the sisters, live in alignment with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. How are y'all doing? I see we already have some sisters here. Virgo Bliss, what's up? How you doing, sister? Greetings. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I am so excited to be here. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so let's get going. I want to start off by just reminding you all, as a matter of fact, let me just pull it up, that I'm offering mini readings. I forgot I still have my little music going. That I'm offering mini readings. And yeah, so if you would like to know, Cassia, what's up? Oh my gosh, one of my goddaughters, one of my god babies is here. Known her, look, I say this every time she's on. Known her since she was 3 months old. Um, so yeah, if you haven't heard, I am doing a reading. If you want to get some guidance on, let me just do this right now. Talking, I can be pulling it up instead of trying to make it work because I'm not good at multitasking. But anywho, if you are wanting to know specifically what does the spring offer for you, this is my most concise reading, and I'm looking at the transits that we are that are highlighted for the spring, and the biggest one of all is the eclipses. So I invite you all. Hey, Zelika, welcome. So I invite you all to get a reading if you haven't ordered one already. I've had 4 people request. There's 6 left. I only do 10 at a time. And let's see here. Yes. But have y'all noticed that are y'all noticing tech issues and stuff like that? Because oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out, am I streaming okay? Can y'all see me? Let me know because it's like a little bit of a delay that I'm seeing. Grand Rising, how are you, Laura? How are you? But yeah, I have the mini reading available right now. And like I said, I'm looking at the eclipses specifically, along with what's going on in Pisces. It's a lot going on with Pisces in terms of, like, we have some huge planets and transits that are happening there, and Pisces is always about magic and miracles, perhaps releasing something that you have been mm, it's like what do you call it, it's Pisces can often be a source of sabotage, a source of, we always hear people talking about self-sabotage. And so that sometimes it's an insight as to how you can move past that. We have energy there that you can use to help you move past sabotage or what's in your subconscious mind, because that's what Pisces is about. It's about deep healing from the inside out. And then the eclipses are about your fate. It's about, what are you supposed to be focusing on? Are you focused on the mission right now? Or are you going to have a course correction with this particular eclipse? Either way, eclipses have been put in place by you in your chart to help you to understand what you're supposed to be focused on right now so that you stay in alignment with your mission. There is a process to life, and using oracles, especially divination such as astrology, helps you to understand that. See, this is part of, to me, this is the biggest part of the goddess centered lifestyle. It is understanding how do you know what is really going on with you? Where are you headed? All of this was taken away once the masculine energy took over and took us in a different direction. It is not bashing men. I love men. It's just, the world is just way too masculine. And a lot of us are out here floundering and feeling like, I don't know what to do and what do I do next? And sometimes it's something that's out there, way out there, that you can't see. And that's the last thing that I'll say. I'm looking at specifically, what does this transit mean for you? Hey, Delilah, how are you, sister-in-law? Good to see you. Mwah. Um, what this, how is this going to impact your planets? Because for some of us, when we are looking at our cycles and what's going on in our astrology, it's like maybe it will breeze on through this thing. It may not impact us greatly. And you want to know that because this is going to be an easier time. You might be able to kind of like extend your energy and push your energy a little bit more, and you won't feel like everything's working against you. Or if you need a break, you can just take a break. But if it's a time of change, you don't want to resist it. If that's what your chart is saying, because see, it's about your energy. That's what readings are about, your energy. And what have you set up in your energetic matrix? One thing about Pisces is it's a lot of blind spots that go on. And this is why divination is so important. I do believe in having your own practice and doing daily readings, or yeah, for yourself, because that helps you to keep up with not falling for all the small little minutia. I do readings for myself every day. I live all of this, goddesses. And I am here to let you know this is the best way to keep yourself moving on the straight and narrow. How many of y'all have been out there and it's just like you feel like every year is sort of like the same year? You're just circling. Have you ever looked back at your journal and just been like, oh my God, I've been writing the same thing for the last 5 years? Nothing has changed in 5 years. That's horrifying to me. As I get older, it was horrifying when I began to realize it when I was younger. I didn't exactly know what to do all the times. And so one of the things we can do is daily readings. I would love to hear from you all. Am I here? When you say what just happened, what is something wrong? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Y'all tune in and let me know, because the internet, everything is a little bit crazy right now. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. Um, but yeah, let me know. Can y'all see me? Can you hear me? Ah, good. Anybody, let me know. Give me just a yes, we can hear you. Something, anybody, let me know. Delilah, can you hear me? Okay. I'm just going to keep on talking because it looks like my system is working fine. So yes, you want to keep up with your energy daily and you want to be able to see it out in the business world. One of the things we do is we plan out for like, okay, thank you, Dava. Thank you, Delilah. We can see out like, and hey, Dava, 90 days. We want to plan out 90 days. And that's what this reading is designed to do, is to help you plan out 90 days. Yes, Cassia, double back and get that daily card pull is very important. And some people are on Facebook and some people are on YouTube. So if you don't see all the comments, then that's what's going on. You want to do the daily readings. I'm going to give y'all an example. I did a reading for myself. I think it was a day before yesterday. And I was like, this is like the most negative reading. I used the Metu Netter. And sometimes the oracle just really makes me upset. Because I'm like, what? I just wanted a positive reading. I feel good right now. I did not want this. It was like double negative, right? I was so upset. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do other than just note what it means and move on, even though I was feeling great at that moment. And it was like as the day went on, part of what the reading said was something about I wouldn't stick with the plan, not sticking with the plan, not sticking to a schedule. I don't remember the second card. And I just remember as the day went on, something happened. I sort of got derailed and I started just getting frustrated and irritated. And it was like, do, 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 do. All of a sudden, the reading came back like, you're supposed to stick to your schedule. The oracle said you would get frustrated because you're off schedule. And I was just like, okay, get it together, Tyra. Get yourself back on your schedule. Get ish done. And then it turned out to be a very productive day. Yesterday, I did my reading. It was like double negative, like the most negative reading. I was like so ticked. It's why I have so many oracle decks now. It's like I can't just do this meta natter because it's a very powerful oracle. And it was like double negative, and it took me forever to figure out why am I getting such negative readings. Here I am, the queen of inspiration and divination, and I'm this priestess and I got all these tools and I'm getting all these negative readings. And it boiled down to you're skipping steps. You're supposed to start your day with, certain things like journaling and tapping and all this self-care. Like self-care is a part of everything that I do. It's just part of how I succeed in life. And once I got it, I was like, okay, I stopped what I was doing immediately. And I went and I sat and I journaled and I tapped and I just did things that were more relaxing and easier to my soul. And my day turned out to be a wonderful, wonderful day yesterday. So, okay, I got you, sister in law. So I am telling y'all that it is so important to do your daily readings and also to get somebody else to look at your energy because we have blind spots. Even I pay other people for readings. I don't have to do it a lot because I have learned, I trained myself to be very objective. Just like I got these negative readings. It was like, I hate this, but I will accept my negative readings and I will do something about them. But I'm getting ready to go through these eclipses in a big way. And so I'm like, I paid my astrologer. I was like, I got to ask Victor to look at my chart because it's a blind spot. So I tell y'all all the time, don't go cheap on readings. Don't it will enhance your life. Do you want to move fast or do you want to move slowly? Get a reading. It helps you move faster. So today, what I want to do is I'm just going to start off with a brief reading, and then I'm going to go on into doing, we're going to do some breath work for our mindfulness today, and then we'll just keep talking. So, how are things for you? What's on your mind? What do you feel like is your focus right now? Even if it's just one word, like you don't have to bare your whole soul or anything. What are you focused on right now? What do you feel is what you're supposed to do? Are you like, I don't know what's going on? Well, one thing that I will start off with is let me let me put this back up here and go to today. The moon is in Sagittarius. Let's see here. We're gonna have the moon for the rest of the week in Sag, Scorpio, and probably Aquarius. Today is Wednesday. Well, probably Sag and not Scorpio, Sag and Capricorn. So what I love about the moon in Sagittarius is that we feel expansive, we feel hopeful. So one thing that I would encourage you to do right now is to think of um what I would say do is look at anything that's inspirational. Like I'm sharing some wisdom with you all in a minute. Beautiful, Deva. Surrendering to big changes. I'm happy for you because big changes are on the horizon. We have some powerful, powerful energy in the sky. So I can imagine it's big changes right now. Um, but Sagittarius is inspiration and listening to wisdom. What can you do today and tomorrow that will take you to a place where you feel more optimistic, more hopeful, more expansive? The goddess that I connect to this is Ma'at. Ma'at is out of the Egyptian pantheon, and she is about living according to the laws of the universe. And the laws of the universe help. This is part of the reason she's so optimistic because I always call my aunt a spiritual scientist. She knows how to apply the laws so that she can create her life by design. Okay. But a lot of these laws come from listening to teachings and doing things that cause you to expand. So maybe there's something that you need to do today that will cause you to step outside of your box and operate even more from your power. That's what I love about Sagittarius. It's so expansive. It's so optimistic. Um, it's a sign of hope, and it's about pointing you in the direction of your future. So you may want to take time to think about where am I headed? Like for the spring, what is it that I want to achieve for the spring? Like think about April, May, June. When you get to June, You want to say, it is now June 19th, and I have, or I am, fill in the blank. And I know this because I see, I hear, I feel, fill in the blank. Where do you want to be? This is how we move ourselves as goddesses, or living the goddess centered lifestyle, step by step by step. We look out to the future, and we use the moon and Sag to remind us. Let me look out to the future. Where am I headed? Where do I want to land? Revisit your intentions for the year. Where are you? And making these, in terms of your New Year's intentions, where are you? Use this time to do that. Virgo Bliss says, I do every other day readings. That is so good. On myself, on 2 different decks at least. I love that system, Virgo Bliss. I'm learning to do self-care before attending to others, even my son. It's important. Yesterday, I did nothing at all, just relax. That is the goddess way. We are made to think work, 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 work all the time. Now, I believe in working hard. Okay. I have stuff in my chart that makes me like working hard. I'm a hard worker. I don't mind putting in the effort and the hours. All right. But I know a lot of us struggle with feeling like, man, I feel like I'm lazy when I relax. No, relaxing is part of the work. Relaxing and taking care of yourself is part of the work. Okay, let's go on ahead and let's do this. So yeah. Uh, oh, last little thing I'm gonna pull up. This is my newsletter. I don't know if y'all if you're on my news list, you've gotten this. So let's see here. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all why I pulled this up. I want to talk about Yemaja. So I we technically could be in talking about Oshun right now, or the maiden form of the goddess, Urzali, Heteru, all these names that we use. Um, However, I said I'm sticking to Yemanja until the end of the month. I said she was the goddess of the month for March. We're gonna stick with Yemanja. And I'm gonna tell you why she's so relevant right now. Yamaja is so relevant because of this energy in Pisces. This is the goddess that I relate to Pisces. Actually, Oshun, Venus, they are very relevant to Pisces also. But right now we're going to focus on Yamaja. So, Yamaja, I want y'all to just really walk with me on this. Health and fitness, sticking to goals. Very good, Delilah. Love, love, love that. You are the health and fitness queen. um, so what I love about Yemaja, and I want y'all to walk with me on this. So these energies represent different parts of ourselves. And what Yemaja, now let me just qualify what I'm about to say with, this is modern day Tirra teaching. You're not going to find this with no other Orisha priest and priestesses, okay? Or in the Odu, none of that. This is my relationship with my goddess, Yemaja, and how she teaches me. So, Yemaja represents the subconscious mind. She represents the memory. And we have a lot going on in Pisces right now. And so, what I want to encourage you all to do is to at least begin to understand the subconscious mind. Part of the problem with a lot of what's going on with us is that we have not been taught about how we operate. We have not been taught about, how do I really make things happen in my life? How do I really get to where I want to go? And it's a lot of times with this masculine way of living, it's about action, because that the masculine is a very active energy. But it's really, when we're talking about creating from the inside out, it's so important to understand that what's in that subconscious mind, what's in your subconscious mind, is going to determine what you do. And a lot of us got a lot of stuff buried deep down in there because we are programmed to survive. The prime directive of the subconscious mind is survival. And so if something happens to us and we can't handle it, it's just too much, the subconscious mind will bury it deep, deep, deep down inside. The subconscious mind has access to everything, and it sees everything in every moment. However, our conscious mind can't handle all of that. And so our conscious mind will see largely what the subconscious mind is saying. Okay, this is what's important to her. And so this is what we'll bring up for her. But make no mistake about it, it's some stuff going on down there in that subconscious mind. Y'all know I love that movie Inside Out. We got emotions in there that might be from, 1972 or, when you were 2 years old. Uh, I also know that the subconscious mind holds a wisdom and understanding of generational stuff, other lifetime stuff that we're experiencing, even if we can't articulate it, we can't see it, it's there. That's how powerful the subconscious mind is. This is why working with this energy of Yemoja is so important. And yes, we want to make offerings to her, we want to honor her day, but specific things you can do is you can begin to use hypnosis. You can begin to use subliminal messages. We have to begin to change our lives step by step by step. And I want you to begin to look at, where do you struggle the most in your life? That's a clue, number one, as to where it may be something limiting you in that area of your life. Or two, um, you might need to upload the belief, the identity, the values that are needed in order to manifest that thing. Okay. So it's a lot that we can do with the subconscious mind. Most folks don't know anything about it, but this is the energy of Ye Moja. One of the best ways to confer health and well-being to your subconscious mind is to take care of yourself. This is her thing. Nurturance of you, not of everybody else. You take care of yourself. So yeah, this is the wisdom of Yemonja. Nurture yourself. Let me go back to this. Nurture yourself. Ask what is important to you in your spiritual practice. Um, Ask yourself, what are you devoted to, and is it worth your devotion? That's a really important question when we're working with this energy of Yemonja, the mother face of the goddess. You can tell what you're devoted to because you're spending a lot of time doing it. And I'm telling you, with these eclipses coming, you want to be asking yourself, and with all this energy in Pisces, you want to ask yourself, like, is this really how I want to live my life? Like, is this really taking me in the direction, this devotion to? Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's to your identity as it stands. Oh, I'm so devoted to being fill in the blank. I remember when I was a vegetarian slash vegan, whatever you want to call it, back in the day, it wasn't super, it was like almost one and the same thing. I was highly devoted to it. And then I was just like, is this really like, do I want to devote all my time to what I'm eating every day? Do I really want to do that? And the answer came out unequivocally, no. I do want to be devoted somewhat, but I can't be like thinking about food too much. Sometimes I remember at one point, and y'all let me know, have you been devoted to something and you're like, this thing is not paying any dividends in my life? As a matter of fact, it's taken away from my emotional, my spiritual, my mental bank account. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear this from you. I remember I was like super devoted to Zumba. Oh my God. It's like an addiction. I'm not a Zumba instructor anymore, but I just remember waking up one day like, I spend so much of my time engaged with people who teach Zumba and people, or learning these choreographies, going to my classes, trying to get people to my classes, that I wasn't doing my spiritual practices. It was a lot that I was not really getting done. I wasn't being a great homeschool mom. Finally, one day I was like, this ain't even really what I want to do. So use this time to really look at, what are you devoted to? The energy is about liberation, releasing, letting go, going in a new direction. So I encourage you to think about that. The last one that I'll hyper focus on is ponder. This is what really stood out for me. Ponder what you should be gestating versus what you are gestating. And so just think about, what do you offer your love and your nurturance to? You remember my Zumba days, David? Yes. Cassia, the way I smoke, not smoking in itself, but how I use it as a tool. Is that about the devotion? I think that's what you're speaking to, Cassia. Very good. Yes. Exactly. She's addiction, emotionally based for sure. What I'm getting done. Exactly. Yes. Thank you for this thought process. My honor, because this is my exact way that I live my life. And it works so well. So you want to look at, what are you offering your nurturance to, your guidance, all your love and care. And it'll look like sometimes you just keep going to this one place and you're just pouring all of your ashe, all of your life force energy into this one thing. It may feel like, I remember when I was like watching the news way too much. I was gestating watching the news. That's what I was gestating. Because as I was watching the news, I wasn't coming on here making videos. I was not doing that. And one day I was like, this is not what I want to birth. When I die, I don't want to say, yeah, I watched the news. I got pissed off about it. And I made, all these posts about what I'm ticked off about. No, I started saying, you know what? This is what I'm gestating. I'm gestating my destiny. That's what I want to. I want to encourage you. Are you gestating your destiny? Ask yourself that. What are you pouring all of your love and care and attention into? And if it's not you and your destiny, just ponder that. Just consider that. Yes, 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 yes. Let me see here. Is there anything else up here? Okay. So let me just do this reading really quickly. I love this Oracle deck. One of my coachees and friends sent it to me for my birthday. Oh, it's this one right here. Let's see what it says. This deck is called the Starseed Oracle. And the card that I pulled is called, this is interesting, the Seven Star Sisters. And it has to do, look at this, it's so perfect for today. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. So this sounds like, it might be exactly what we are talking about right now. We're in the season of um spring. We're in the spring season. Okay. So it says here, there are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. And this does greatly uh, match this energy of working with Yemaja as we go into this energy of spring, which is about the maiden goddess, Oshun, Heteru, Urzali. And what are we creating? But it's all about the consciousness. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. Look at that. It's both of those energies. It's crazy. You're being called to ponder questions. Y'all just saw me pull that card. Y'all just saw me pull that card. Listen to what I'm about to say. What wants to be birthed through you? What wants to be birthed through you? Have you pondered that? So often we're looking at what we don't want. We're not paying attention to, you know what? What do I want to birth? What do I want to bring forth? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stop seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Please let this get burned into your subconscious mind that you came here to create the game that has been run. And it's just a part of the game of life. We're not going to be looking at this as a burden. We're looking at this as, oh, okay, well, now I'm clear about what's going on. We have been duped, hoodwinked, bamboozled, as Malcolm X would say. And so what we want to do is we want to remember we came here to create. Yeah, we've been sold something that makes us think we only get to do so much within these boxes, but it's not true. You just have to make the decision. You no longer live according to the rules of humanity. You live according to the rules of the universe, the rules of, our divine expression, our divine identity. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book. I'm going to say that one more time because this is probably the line that most applies to everybody watching this video. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or book, or going back to school or moving. What is it for you? Or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you. Are you nerve-sighted about your project? To find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present. And the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. What new creations are you being called to birth? And I will say that's one of the best cases for taking care of yourself, is because when you take care of yourself, it opens up that energy of creativity. Stress don't create creativity. It might create a quick solution in that moment, but y'all, come on. We already know. We already know. Stress shuts down the ability to, if we have chronic stress, which is a lot of us, or if we're not taking care of ourselves in a way where it's like actually really making a difference. Um it shuts down our ability to see what is that next step, to listen to our intuition and to surrender to whatever this thing is that we're being called to do, i.e., our destiny. And I'll tell y'all, Pisces is about surrender, and it is about being open to what is, you know, how do I say this? It's about being open to what the universe, how the universe can support us, how the universe can lead, guide, and direct us. It's a little bit of an energy of it's so important to trust. So important to trust. And Scorpio, because part of this eclipse is happening in Scorpio. Okay. And so Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. It is about liberation. It is about complete and total liberation, because the next sign is Aries, where you get reborn, right? So that's one sign that's about letting it go, surrender, as you get ready to get birthed into the new. And then we have the eclipses happening in Scorpio. Part of the eclipse is happening in Scorpio. And the part of the eclipse that's happening in Scorpio is about letting something go. Scorpio is about purging, a deep purge of wounding, or is something about us that could potentially be very, very dark. And yeah. And so, a lot of times when we're dealing with the scorpionic energy, it does not, it can heal you, but a lot of times when it's not healed, when we haven't purged and released and let things go, let's just say the word toxic might be. Think about it. If we don't poop for a number of days, we know our body is getting toxic, right? So we have these two signs that are about releasing, letting go, purging. And as we take care of ourselves and allow this process to happen, what will happen is we're going to see the path forward. And I'm telling y'all, I'm living this and I'm walking this because I decided I'm having an online business. I'm having an online spiritual business because I could do something different. This is not comfortable for me because it's like, yeah, you know, living in the United States, this ultra Christian nation, uh, being a Black woman, older in the spiritual space, I feel like it's a lot of boxes that are checked against me, and I could go do something, make money a lot easier. But I'm like, no, this is my destiny. And so I've got to walk through these doors. I've got to do the work that will allow me to do this. So I am telling y'all, I know this all works because it's the only reason I'm here right now talking to you today. So let me see here. What else did we see here? Okay, you feel that, Dava. Hey, Leah. Sandy feels called out. I'm happy you feel called out, Queen. Yes, it's so good to get something that like sparks you and gets you moving. Okay. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate you. Uh, I appreciate you being a part of my community. Um, so yes, so very important. Like, wow, that just wowed me, that reading right there. Okay, so let's just go on ahead and take a moment to, yeah, let's just go on ahead and just do a little bit of mindfulness together. I love mindfulness because it's about, mindfulness is about taking the mind. I'm going to tell y'all this just briefly. Hopefully, I'll be brief. Mindfulness is about taking the mind, and because we are so much about our existence and what we experience has to do with the mind. There's a book that I have been reading, Secrets of the Yogic Sutra, and he talks about how many of us have disturbed, uh, distracted, and stupefied minds. That's a lot of what we're dealing with. Our minds are disturbed, we are distracted, we are stupefied, where our minds just don't quiet down enough for us to even hear what is it that we're supposed to do. And mind, all these thought forms have energy. That's how we're able to like birth things, good or bad, doesn't matter. It's through having thought forms, energetic forms, this energy of creation that we were talking about with the reading. Um, and so if we have a disturbed, distracted, and stupefied mind where that's the predominance of the energy that's up here, then we will find that it's difficult to create, it's difficult to, have a life of peace. Most people actually want to be happy and they want to feel peaceful. Honestly, that's what most people want. All this stuff we say we want, if we boil it down to, honestly, I want to feel good. I want to feel comfortable in my body. I want to feel at peace and I want to feel okay with myself. That's what most of us want to feel. And so this is what mindfulness can do for you. It helps to bring you to that place of feeling more centered and calm. And it actually opens you up to what is. Because another thing that we have an issue with is we're too far out in the future. We're constantly thinking about what's ahead, which is important to do, but we live there way too much, or we're spending a lot of time in the past. It's like, so and so did this to me, or you're thinking about what happened yesterday and what you saw on the news or on the in social media. But right now, this is the only place that we have to make a impact on somebody or on our lives. This is the only place where our power truly resides to make something happen. And so we have to cultivate this. It's a whole system of yoga, thousands of years old, that is designed to help people get their minds, online with the divine mind. And so that's why we want to have a regular mindfulness practice. I love meditation, but mindfulness is what works for me. And this, what I've described to you, is what mindfulness is all about: becoming more present. And we want to not be judgmental, and we want to offer ourselves a lot of compassion. That is what mindfulness is about for us modern day people. I'm going to say modern day goddesses, since that's who I'm talking to. And so if you would, just go on ahead, sit wherever you're sitting, relax. If you feel okay with it, close your eyes or drop your gaze to limit visual distraction. And we're going to start off by taking 5 deep and full breaths together. I want you to go on ahead and fully inhale positive energy and exhale just by letting go of your breath into a state of relaxation. And the point is really to bring yourself into the present moment. Let's just go on ahead and inhale goodness. And again, exhale relaxation. Again, relaxation is one of the qualities that the goddess Yemaja invites you to embody on a regular basis. Feel the richness of relaxation. Let's do our third inhale, acceptance, and exhale any judgment. You don't even have to think about it. Just release judgment in all forms. And for inhale, health and clarity. And exhale into serenity. Offer yourself this moment of relaxation and serenity. You deserve it, dear goddess. And 5, fully inhale desire and achievement. And exhale into complete relaxation. Letting go of all concerns from daily life. Now, just become aware of your body and feel the space around you. Notice how the space around you hugs your shape, and notice the feeling of your weight pressing down. And see if you can feel the earth below you as if it's pressing up, supporting you. Good. Now become aware of the very top of your head and put all of your focus there, noticing any sensations you have there. Moving down now to your eyes, put your focus there and feel how they feel. And notice any tiny movements they are making. These movements relax you even further. And notice now your nose and feel the air passing through as you breathe in and out. Noticing your mouth and taking your awareness down your neck. And if you notice any tension, just ask it to release. You can even maybe take some deep breaths and breathe into any tight spaces. And notice any sensations in your body are making you very relaxed and comfortable. Become aware of your chest and lungs. Noticing your breath expanding and contracting. Maybe you can feel your beautiful heart beating, pumping with so much love. And notice you are now sending your focus down your arms, down into the fingertips, feeling what you feel there, giving thanks for your body. Now move your focus to your abdomen and all of your vital organs. How often do we really focus on our body and its wonder, mystery, and magic? How it takes care of us. All these different parts. Moving your focus down into your pelvis and your hips. Maybe breathing into any tight spaces there in the lower back. Relaxing more and more and more. And your awareness goes down each leg, over your knees, and all the way down to your feet into each toe. Again, giving thanks for your beautiful body and how it takes care of you and continues to carry you through this beautiful sacred journey called life. Good. You have now become aware of every part of your body. This is meditative. And I encourage you to every day take several full deep breaths, allowing for you to let go of anything that bothers you, and taking note of what is in your body, your mind, and just offering it compassion, acknowledgement, but non judgment. And if you would, just go on ahead and take a full deep breath in and an exhale out, and you can open your eyes. Ah, hello, Cindy. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. So that's what I have for you all today. So stars I hope that you feel like you've been on a retreat with me. I forgot to acknowledge all of the sisters watching in replay, hashtag replay. So yeah, thank you for being here. And again, I'll just show y'all um, that the mini reading is available until Friday. And um, yeah, I would love to help you to understand what is the mission for you for this spring. And oh, also, well, I'm just going to leave it with that this spring and all the things that we've talked about. What do you need to liberate? What do you need to move past? All that kind of good stuff. So, all right, y'all take care. And thank you all so much for being here. If you would, please go on ahead and hit that thumbs up and share this video if y'all would. Let's help get this spiritual spa out to other sisters who could use a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of guiding light for their lives. Please know that I love, treasure, and appreciate you all. And I look forward to when we will get back together again, which is going to be very, very soon. All right. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Mwah. Take care. Peace and love.